The restaurant is bathed in a warm golden light, the clink of glasses and the soft hum of conversation filling the air like a soundtrack to a carefully orchestrated performance. The woman sits across from her husband, observing him closely, noting every movement, every gesture, every glance. He talks with ease, charming his family with jokes and stories of their life together. Stories he believes portray him as wise, caring, and competent. She smiles politely, nodding at appropriate moments, masking the storm building inside. The secret she has carried all these years lives quietly behind her lips. Her mastery of French, a skill he assumes she never developed. She listens to him speak freely in French, thinking of the irony of the situation that he believes he is the only one in the room who understands. Her pulse quickens as she hears him describe her habits, small mistakes, and quirky behavior in a way meant to amuse his family and reinforce his authority. His words are soft but laced with judgments, subtle jabs that sting more than he could imagine. Her chest tightens, a mix of disbelief, anger, and hurt swelling within her. She sets her hands on the table, slowly trying to maintain calmness and control. She wonders how long she should wait, how long she should observe before revealing the truth. Every passing second stretches suspense, tightening around her like a rope. The family laughs at anecdotes he embellishes, unaware that the woman across the table understands every word. He recounts a story where he claims to have saved her from a misunderstanding that she had already handled flawlessly. He laughs lightly, assuming it will make her look foolish. The audience of family members is completely oblivious. She clenches her hands beneath the table, not wanting to interrupt, yet carefully noting every detail. Her mind races, calculating the perfect moment to respond, ensuring maximum impact. The waiter moves past, bringing more dishes, unaware of the tension at the center. Table. The woman continues to listen, every syllable in French resonating in her mind with clarity. She remembers every lesson learned as a child, every hour spent perfecting her skill, every secret she kept because she wanted to protect herself, and her pride. The husband continues oblivious, speaking about her skills, her intelligence, her choices, diminishing her contributions, painting himself as the hero of every story. The family nods and laughs, accepting every word as truth. She bites the inside of her cheek to suppress a reaction. Her thoughts are sharp, calculating strategies she imagines revealing her knowledge of French. Now interrupting him, shocking him, she imagines the gasp from his family, the way his ego would falter. The suspense grows unbearable. She sips her water slowly, pretending to study the menu as her mind orchestrates the coming revelation. Every laugh, every nod, every gesture from the family increases the tension. Time stretches, seconds feel like minutes. Her pulse quickens. She is both patient and poised, waiting for the exact moment when his arrogance can no longer remain unchallenged. He tells another story, embellishing it even further, claiming credit for a solution she had orchestrated alone. His tone is prideful, confident, amused. The woman waits silently, absorbing every word, storing every detail. The family leans in, listening intently, oblivious to her comprehension. The suspense reaches a peak as she prepares to turn the entire situation upside down. Every muscle in her body is tense, ready for the perfect moment. Her hands rest quietly on the table, her mind calm while the storm of anticipation rages inside. She knows that when she speaks, the balance of power will shift completely. The husband continues speaking, unaware. The restaurant buzzes around them, glasses clink, conversations continue, but the room around the table seems to fade. Only the tension between what he says and what she knows fills the space. She waits, calculates, breathes, slowly, ready to reveal a truth that will leave everyone stunned. The suspense hangs like a fragile thread, ready to snap at any moment. And she knows that once the moment comes, there will be no going back. The night is far from over. Every second stretches the tension, making the eventual reveal inevitable and completely transformative. Restaurant is still bathed in golden light, but the atmosphere feels charged. Now every conversation softer, every glance sharper. The woman sits poised, her hands resting lightly on the table, her breathing steady and controlled. Her husband continues speaking in French, oblivious to the fact that every word falls directly into her. Understanding, he embellishes another story, claiming credit for an action she handled flawlessly. His family laughs in agreement, impressed by his confidence and charm, unaware of the truth. The woman listens quietly, weighing the perfect moment to intervene. Each second stretches longer, the suspense building like a living presence in the room. She knows that when she speaks, every word will reverberate with impact. Her mind runs through every phrase, every word carefully considering timing and tone. She imagines the look on his face, the gasp of the family. The ripple of disbelief that will follow. Her pulse quickens, yet her voice remains silent, calm, controlled. The husband tells another story now, with pride swelling in his chest, claiming he saved her from a misunderstanding at work. A situation she resolved flawlessly on her own. He gestures with his hands, animated, confident, assured. The family leans in, captivated by his storytelling, convinced of his authority. The woman watches his gestures, noting the arrogance in his posture, the assumption that she cannot understand. Her anticipation builds like a coiled spring, ready to release. She sips her water slowly, her mind rehearsing the revelation she will deliver. Each laugh from the family tightens the tension within her chest. She imagines the moment she will speak French, the words flowing perfectly precise to expose the exaggerations and lies. The suspense is nearly unbearable. Melancholy, she sets her fork down deliberately. She clears her throat softly enough to draw attention, but not startle. Her eyes meet his without fear. She speaks in flawless French. Every word hits like a strike. He freezes mid-sentence, his mouth opening and closing. Color drains from his face. His hand twitches over his wine glass, unable to steady it. The family gasps in shock. No one expected her to speak. No one expected her to understand every detail he had revealed. She calmly begins to correct every exaggeration, pointing out the true sequence of events and her own achievements. She outlines the story, precisely demonstrating her intelligence, autonomy, and mastery of the situation. The husband stammers, attempting to regain control. His ego faltering with each word she speaks. The suspense tightens as the family absorbs the revelation. One detail at a time, faces go pale, hands grip glasses. The energy of the room shifts completely. The arrogance of the husband collapses in slow motion before their eyes. The woman continues, speaking steadily, unwavering, correcting misconceptions and revealing truths that had been hidden under the guise of his storytelling. She does not yell. She does not plead. She simply states facts and demonstrates mastery. The room is frozen in disbelief. Guests nearby pause mid-conversation, sensing the dramatic reversal. Unfolding, the power dynamic at the table has shifted irreversibly. The husband can no longer maintain his dominance. His voice cracks. He tries to deflect and explain, but the impact of her words leaves him speechless. The family exchanges shocked glances, unsure how to respond to the truth laid bare. She concludes her explanation with a composed nod. Her calm demeanor heightens the contrast between her poise and his faltering ego. The suspense finally resolves as the room fully comprehends what has transpired. The billionaire realizes too late that he misjudged her. His assumptions of ignorance, arrogance, and submission are shattered. The family quietly absorbs the magnitude of her revelation. Respect replaces shock. Silence replaces laughter. The waiter hovers nearby, unsure of how to move. The manager stands frozen. The energy of the restaurant shifts subtly around the table. The woman remains composed, unshaken, serene in the aftermath of the dramatic reveal. Her secret knowledge of French has transformed the entire evening. Her husband sits stunned, his pride shattered, his ego humbled. He can barely meet her gaze, realizing the true depth of her intelligence and autonomy. The family murmurs, quietly discussing what they have just witnessed. No one expected the reversal, the strategic precision of her revelation. The suspense lingers even as the evening progresses, the tension of the moment lingering in the minds of everyone present. As the night draws to a close, the woman sits quietly reflecting on the power of observation, patience, and strategic timing. Her husband remains humbled silently, processing the embarrassment and the truth the family leaves with a newfound understanding of her intellect and capability. The restaurant returns to its usual rhythm. Glasses clink, conversations resume, music hums softly. But the memory of the confrontation lingers heavy in the minds of all who witnessed it. The woman has reclaimed authority and dignity through intelligence. Patience and composure, her secret revealed, shifts the dynamics forever. She has demonstrated that silence does not equal weakness, and hidden talent can alter the course of events. The suspenseful evening ends with her standing, quietly victorious. The husband forever reminded that underestimation comes at a high cost, and the audience is left captivated by the transformation of power, respect, and revelation.